Many of you might not know much about Norse gods beyond Thor and his formidable hammer. For instance, did you know that most of the days of the week are named after them? But what if Loki, Odin, and their mates were actually out there? Hello and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm Rebecca Felgate, and today I'm asking, what if the Norse gods were real? Before we launch into this video, I just want to remind you guys to hit that thumbs up button and also leave us a suggestion for what video you would like us to make next. Also, why don't you have a stab at answering today's question by giving us your thoughts in the comment section. The Norse gods are plentiful, and tales of these divine beings stem back millennia. There are over 60 gods and deities split into two groups, Aesir and Vanir, or warrior gods and fertility gods. To accept that they are real is to pretty much throw science out of the window and accept that, you know what, we're pretty much at their mercy. If the Norse gods were real, the makeup of the world as we know it would be pretty different. If you thought flat earthers were crazy, wait until you meet the 9 worlds of Norse mythology. Sit tight because things are about to get a little different around here. So, we would all live within Yggdrasil, a vast tree that connects 9 worlds. Yes, we all live in a tree. Us lowly humans live mid-tree in a place called Midgard. The Aesir gods would live above us in top branches in a place called Asgard, and the Vanir gods would live underneath the ground in a realm called Vanaheim. But ho ho ho! Whoa there, brace yourself. The light elves live in an adjacent branch to Midgard called Alfheim. The fire giants and demons also live by us in a place called Muspelheim. Less fiery giants would live below us in Jotunheim, and yes, the mighty dwarves live in Nidavellir. On top of that, there is a whole ice world called Nilfheim, and hell people and dishonored dead live in a ghoulish place called Helheim. So what you should take away from that are a few key things. 1, we all live in a big tree, and 2, giants, elves, and dwarves are real too. It's all getting pretty Lord of the Rings, to be honest with you. Before we start leading the hobbits to Isengard, let's get back to those gods, shall we? If the gods were real, Odin really would be in charge, for he is the ultimate god, like Zeus in Greek mythology and like Kanye West on Earth. Just joking-ish. Odin is kind of a Gandalf-y kind of guy in appearance. He's old and wise and is the unquestioned ruler. Odin is the father of Thor, the god of thunder and master of the weather. There are also gods and goddesses of beauty and light, gods of mischief and chaos, gods of justice, gods of creativity, gods of the ocean, gods of nature, gods of fertility, and gods of fate. All of this leaves humans pretty meek and at the gods' mercy. But I have to wonder, if the Norse gods were real today, how would they feel about the rise of technology? How would they feel about robots? Norse mythology paints a very pastoral existence, but I would love to know what Odin thinks to AI. Does he use Siri? Do gods have smartphones? I've just got so many questions. Forget smartphones though. According to Norse mythology, the gods kind of actually enjoyed wreaking havoc on humans, so I wonder what they would think to our space exploration programs or our quest to dig to the mantle of the Earth. Have they just let us believe in a round Earth amid a solar system, amid a galaxy, amid a universe for just one big joke? So, what would happen when we died if the Norse gods were real? Well, those who died in combat would reach Odin in Valhalla or join goddess Freya in Volkvagner. Now this is worrying because it'd probably be a bit of a green light on warfare. Now this would encourage martyrs into war in an age wherein the world actually needs peace. Of course, the age-old question when it comes to any god being real is, where exactly are these gods hiding? Does them being real mean that one day they'll suddenly show up at Midgard ready to surprise us humans? If so, the team of Norse gods would seem somewhat like fickle superheroes to us. To be honest, Thor and Loki already feature in the Avengers, so maybe life would be a bit like a Marvel movie. Although instead of Captain America ruling the roost, wise old Odin would call the shots. But really, who knows is the crux of it. Like with any question of theology, who is to say what would really happen if this band of divine beings turned out to be real? People would likely lose it, and a semi-Armageddon would ensue. That, or we would all have one huge Viking feast with much beer swilling. I know which I'd prefer. Thanks guys for tuning into this episode of Life's Biggest Questions. What do you guys think would happen if the Norse gods were real? Which is your favourite Nordic god? Let me know in the comments section down below. For now, please do make sure you hit that big beautiful thumbs up button and stay subscribed. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate. I'll catch you in the next video, but for now, stay curious, stay alert, and never ever stop questioning.